This is a recommendation report for the banquets at the Wyndham Hotel and Resorts. I am the author, Jamie Peel. The Wyndham at the oceanfront in Virginia Beach, Virginia has been experiencing some issues in the banquets department. They run a lot of events each week. They range from weddings to birthday parties, corporate events, office parties, and even host dog shows. Both the banquets manager and the banquet supervisor are experiencing a lot of unhappy clients when they execute their events. Unfortunately, the frustration also has to do with their lack of knowledge about changes or needs in the events. They follow the BEO, which is the Banquet Event Order, which is a contractual agreement that expresses the objectives and details of a function between the guest and the hotel banquet department. The form includes all of the specifics in the event in very intricate detail, and since they are just the facilitators of the event, their execution is dependent on how well the salesperson has done their job. So in almost every event, there's been some piece of information that's fallen through the cracks when it either comes time to set up or execute the event. The banquet department is experiencing low reviews and unsatisfied clients due to this. This is Gary Benson and Monica Branch, both the banquet manager and banquet supervisor at the Wyndham Hotel in Virginia Beach. In a recent interview with the two, I learned that their main issue for unsuccessful events has to do with how their sales team manages the information for their events. The normal process for sales is communicating with the client in person, over the phone, through email, or even in person again to get all of the information they need to execute the event. Excuse me. They discuss decorations, how the tables are set up, if they need a dance floor, they create their menu and how they should handle alcohol, and take care of any other special needs. Sales then enters all of the information into a program called DEFIL 10, and with that program, it enters all the costs and taxes and services for the event. And then it is up to sales to get all of that information and compile it into a BEO. Then they communicate that information to Gary and Monica, as well as the chef, in order to execute the event. They meet weekly with the sales team, Gary and Monica, the lead housemen, which are the people who set up for the tables, and the chef to discuss the events. Then the client signs off on the BEO before the event starts, and Gary and Monica lead everyone into executing the event. Our main stakeholders are the sales team, the banquet team, the houseman, the chef, the hotel, and the clients that book the events through the Wyndham. The biggest problem between sales and management is communication and follow-through. Sales fail when they do not thoroughly ask the clients about their needs. They could be discussing what the client prefers, water or tea, or allowing the bride and groom to personally be served while everyone helps themselves to the buffet. They also fail when they do not offer the client every option possible that they can accommodate for their event. Oftentimes, clients do not know all the possibilities, like setting up an extra table for gifts and cards during a wedding. They find themselves setting up tables last minute because it just wasn't offered. Sales also fails when the coordinator leaves before the party is starting or before the food is served. They also fail when they do not document changes from the client into DEFIL 10 and ultimately end up basing their entire event off of an incorrect BEO. When sales coordinator listens to clients' concerns, they are able to gain sight of their needs. If they use emotional intelligence and good intuition, they will be able to really pick up on what they want for the party or during the party. They just need to be able to listen and sense their body language to see if they are unhappy or satisfied. Watching out for facial expressions is a key factor in detecting emotions of the clients and hopping on to accommodate. If the client mentions they love music, throw in the fact that they can coordinate a pianist to come play or a grand piano during the ceremony of the wedding. Of course, using assertiveness and being aware of the budget is a key factor of determining what one can and cannot offer. Trust is one of the most important factors when it comes to planning and executing an event. The sales coordinator and the clients have been in contact the entire time. It's up to them to not only be present in the planning, but also the event. If there are changes in planning stage, it is important for the sales coordinator to follow through. Being efficient is a key trait, but proving to the clients that they can listen is even more of a key trait. Clients need to feel as if they are being heard. If change occurs, they can count on their coordinator to follow through. If the sales coordinator and Gary and Monica do all of their parts correctly and as accurate as possible, there's no guarantee that the client still may want change the day of. The sales coordinator has to be present to sign off on any changes. After meeting with Gary and Monica, I learned that sales needs better ways to communicate to both their clients and their banquet teams in order for success for events. One recommendation will be to gather every sales coordinator in the hotel and conduct an outline of everything that the clients may ever need. Then compile a master questionnaire to ask the clients. Making sure that the sales team covers every option is important. I think if they all can share their tactics, they will be able to successfully conduct coordinations. My strategic option is the integration of the use of better software and more accessible technology. It will allow the risk of forgetting and follow through if changes happen. The use of an iPad is very popular for business meetings, and it is easy to carry around and interact with a second person, providing a visual and real-time activity. If the hotel invests in upgrading their software to Delphi 2010, from Delphi 2010 to Delphi XE2, it can be downloadable on an iPad. With that, sales coordinator will be able to carry the iPad around and document any changes as they are discussed in real time. The technology allows for constant updates and can be carried around during the event for an easy way to bring up the BEO on the spot. The benefits are all changes are updated, all BEOs are easily uploaded, they're not relying on traditional methods, and they can use more accurate software, and it's with them at all times. An iPad can be between $400 and $1,000, and Delphi can be $50 for the new program. A risk is budget concerns. Also, if the iPad dies, relying on traditional methods is what they will have to go back to, and the program can crash or there can be a glitch. My final recommendation will be to utilize open and transparent communication. It all comes down to that in the end, communicating with clients and the stakeholders involved. For every inch of information about the event can lead to great success and happier clients. The reviews for the Wyndhams and the banquet department can change and be more positive, and they can receive 5-star reviews if the internal communication is improved. Having a formal and important meeting with the sales coordinators to develop a standard will allow the executors and facilitators like Monica and Gary to be able to easily follow the process. The use of better communication and emotional intelligence will certainly guarantee the success of the sales and execution for the events. The upgrade to better technology can only accessorize this. Being able to follow up by making things easier and more accessible will eliminate areas of making change of the difficulty for them to make changes in time. It is important to train all individuals on the program and using the device. This should make life easier for the hotel banquet department and the sales team. These are my references for the photos I used for my presentation. Thank you.